Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Tina J here. As y'all can tell, I'm in a park right now. It's low-key freezing. But I want to do a story time of some stuff that is happening on my life right now. And I forgot to bring my tripod, so I'm gonna try to hold my phone. But it's kind of cold right now. The sun is going down. It's like 50 degrees and it's windy. So hopefully y'all can hear me. But as y'all can tell from the title, I got kicked out of my parents' house, and I'm gonna give a little like backstory to everything and how it led to me being kicked out. So this is a story time. So first things first, I was in college. I graduated like 2 years ago, back in 2022, May 2022. So after college, I decided to move on my own because I don't have a good relationship with my parents. I always knew this. I don't have a good relationship with my parents, and also my dad cut me off like my freshman year of college. So this will come, you will understand why I'm mentioning this later on, because it's like crucial to the story. But yes, I have moved on my own after I graduated college. I took a leap of faith. I thought that I was going to be able to find a job and I was going to be on my own, and like my content creation was going to pay off and everything. So I was taking a leap of faith on myself and everything, and just trusting the universe to like guide me to where I needed to go and where I needed to be. So I have moved on my own when I graduated college. And everything was going well pretty much. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find a better job. I was still working at the current job that I have, and with that job they started doing remodelations. Is that how you say it? Like remodel the store, and that caused for us to like lose business. So like my hours were being cut. So like at the end of my lease, it was hard for me to like pay for my apartment. And if y'all seen some of my blogs, like my recent vlogs, I mentioned this, and I took y'all along the journey. I was crying in some of the vlogs and whatnot. And I know a lot of people hate when like people you show yourself crying and whatnot, but I just wanted to be real and be completely honest on my journey, because I don't want to like record my journey. Also, my body's shaky. I'm kind of cold because, like I said, it's like 50 degrees in here and the sun is going down. But yes, I literally the last few months I wasn't able to like afford, and I was like stressing a lot. So me and my mom talked, and that's when she told me that I could move back home so I can save some money while I keep looking for jobs, right? So the whole year passed after I've been living on my own, and I moved back home. So I decided to move back home. Everything was going great. I was a little upset at first because I was like, okay, like I don't want to move back home because like I mentioned, I don't have a really good relationship with my parents already, and on top of that, like I just felt like I was moving backwards instead of moving forward in life. So I felt a little like disappointed in myself, and like I was like very discouraged. But I took it as a sign, as in like, oh, like like the universe is putting me in this position because like I'm supposed to like rebuild my relationship with my parents. Like I thought like it was an opportunity, a door for me to open to like reconcile or like better that relationship. So I was like, okay, like I'm not gonna view this as a bad sign. Like this is just probably like a blessing in disguise, right? So I moved back home after living alone, and it was kind of fine for the most part, but like all the time, like my dad would be the one to be at home, and my mom, at first, when I first moved in, she went to China to visit my grandparents, so she wasn't home. It was just me and my dad. And then when she came back, she was always at work. Like she would work from like 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So she literally would not be at home, right? So it would just be me and my dad. So like I said, like I thought like the sign from the universe was for me to like reconcile with him, like rebuild the relationship, but like just like have a better relationship. So I would come home from work, and I would always tell him hi. I was like, hey dad, like I came home from work. Like I would just say, hey dad, like very enthusiastic, very like energetic, like I'm greeting him, like I'm showing him a little bit of respect, right? And all the time he will be completely dry. He will be like, hey, or like that's it. Like he will even not say hi. Like he would just say like he will do like a shrug. And then when we will eat dinner, like most of the time, like throughout the day, like I will just be in my room, like doing my own stuff. Like I'm either like applying to jobs or like doing my routine. Like I will, most of the time I will like, go to work, go to the gym, eat lunch, and then do my routine. I do my Duolingo lessons. I read, I journal, and then I shower, and then I do my body care. Like it will be like working on myself. Like it's not like I'm not doing nothing. So but most of the time I will be in my room, and throughout this whole time he would not talk to me. And if I don't say nothing, he will not talk to me at all. So when he will cook, that's the only time like we will see each other and we will talk. It will be dinner time, so he will cook. I let him cook because I hate when I'm in the kitchen and like people are bothering me. But also I don't know how they cook because they cook their way and they don't like my cooking. So that's also another reason why I never cook. I cook from time to time, but like literally when I cook, like he will not touch my things like that I cook until like the last thing. Like he will eat everything else and not touch that. Like he's disgusted by it. And I'm like, this is exactly why I don't cook, because y'all don't use seasoning on your food, and I do, and y'all don't like it. So I just let y'all cook to y'all liking, and I'll just eat whatever y'all cook, right? So anyways, yeah, so he will cook and we will eat dinner and whatnot. And most of the time, mind you, he's always watching TV. He's watching TV 24/7. Literally every time I'm in my room and working on myself and doing my stuff, he's literally like on the living room watching TV. He's always watching a dating show or like Chinese news or like some like small YouTube channels, like they talk about like the small towns China and stuff like that, like random stuff. But most of the time it's always the dating show. Always. And then while he's watching the show, he's always on his iPad playing like Subway Surfer or like Candy Crush or like something. Like he's always on his iPad, right? So when we eat dinner, I will try to talk to him. I will try to get to know him, like ask him like questions, like stuff that he does during the day, because I noticed that he only does like watch TV and like sometimes he take care of the garden in the back. So I will ask him about the garden, or I will ask him about the dating show that he's watching, like what is it about, because it's in Chinese. Also, mind you, it's in Chinese and I don't speak Chinese. I understand Cantonese, but like I think the show is in like Mandarin and I don't understand Mandarin. So right, so when we will eat at dinner, I will always ask him like, oh, like how's the, like he will cook something with the vegetables from the backyard. I'm like, oh, are those vegetables from the backyard? And this man, he will be so dry. Every time I'm talking to him, every time I'm trying to make a conversation with him, when I come home from work, I would tell him like, hey, how are you, how blah blah, like, and then I will ask him about the TV show. Or if I bought a little bit of groceries, I would tell him like, oh, this was on special, I buy it, this and that. And he will be so dry and so uninterested on the conversation. And like I said, he is always on the iPad and watching the show, and he will not put it down. He will not stop it. He will not pay attention. He will not show interest at all. So literally it's been months since I moved in. I literally been moving in, and like I said, I thought the universe had put me in that position for me to like reconcile that relationship. So I kept trying. For months I kept trying. I will be the only one saying hi, how you doing. I will ask him about the TV show and whatnot, and literally his responses will be so dry, and he will be so uninterested in the conversation that I decided to give up. Like it's literally when I ask somebody like, oh, hey, how are you, and they be like, good. Like what the fuck, like what is that? So he's literally like that. Like he's so dry, uninterested, and like he shows no interest at all, like no interest whatsoever. And again, if I don't talk to him, he will not say nothing. So yeah, so after it's been a couple of months of me trying, constantly being the one saying hi, constantly me being the one asking questions in the dinner table, I was like, okay, like let me stop for like a few days to like stop saying hi, stop saying this, like see if he tries, if he puts the effort, because I wholeheartedly believe that a relationship works both ways. Like we both have to put in effort. Like a relationship cannot be one way, that where I'm the only one putting the effort. Like that is not a relationship to me, right? So I decided to give him a chance. I was like, okay, maybe like so I did. So I decided to stop saying hi when I come home, and when I and that's when that's when I realized, like, if I don't say nothing, he will not say nothing. If I don't say hi, he'll say hi. If I don't say nothing at the dinner table, he legit will not say nothing at the dinner table. Like, literally, when I stopped trying, we will eat in silence. It was so freaking awkward. Like, we will literally eat in silence. Like, it was so awkward. So it's been like probably like a few days, maybe like a week since I decided to stop trying, right? And one day my mom comes home. Remember, she's working from 10 to 10, so she comes home after a long shift, and she's complaining to her, saying like, oh, like, I don't have a good relationship with her, like, I don't know what to talk to her about, and like like, he was basically complaining about me. And the thing is, like, he doesn't even try. Like, he didn't even have the guts to even say hi. When I would come home, he would not greet me. If I didn't say nothing, he would not greet me at all. And I was like, okay. And then the second thing that kind of upset me is the fact that he's little information. He has always done this in his life, but I thought he had changed, but clearly he hasn't. When he has an issue with any of us, like either with me or my siblings, like he will not address the issue properly to whoever it concerns, the issue. Like, he did not come to me and tell me all of this. Like, never. He will never. Like, he doesn't know how to communicate. He's very emotionally unavailable. Like, he doesn't know how to communicate, right? So he literally was telling this all to my mom. I had to find out from my mom. My mom was the one who told me. Like, he didn't tell me nothing at all. Like, I didn't know nothing about that. So that was like the first fight we had, because he was complaining that we don't have like a relationship. But like, mind you, like I said, he would not try. Like, he would not even greet me when I would come home. So like, I was just like confused. I was like, okay, you're complaining that we don't have like a relationship and you don't know what to talk to me about, but I'm the one who's always saying hi, greeting you, and making conversation, and you're not even trying. That's the thing. You're not even trying. You're not even putting the effort, and you're complaining. Like, please make it sense. So at that point, like, I was wasting time on like being on my mind and thinking and worrying about like thinking what he's thinking and how he feels and whatnot. Like, basically worrying about his emotion and his mindset and whatnot, when I could have been using time to do my own routine and trying to better myself and like look for more jobs and whatnot. I was wasting my day like thinking about him and like basically wasting my time on him, my energy on him. So I decided to stop trying at all, because I was just like, bro, if I'm the only one gonna say hi and then you're gonna be like, And even one time, like, I came home with my mom when she was off. We came back and she literally, hey, I say hi, Dad, and then he literally was like, and I texted my mom. I was like, "Did you saw what he did?" And she said, "Yeah, I saw that." I'm like, this is the exact same thing I be talking about. But anyways, yeah. So, that fight happened and it escalated because my mom was telling me how I don't have love in my heart, or I don't have a big heart, or I don't love enough, because I told her that I didn't want to accept that behavior. She was telling me like, oh, like, everybody's imperfect, like, you just need to love him the way he is. I'm like, no, Mom. No, Mom, just because you do doesn't mean I have to. I literally told her, I was like, I don't think I don't need to accept nothing. I don't need to settle for nothing. I know better. I know I deserve better, and I don't deserve to be treated this way, like treated like I am nothing. Like, I don't deserve to be treated that way. I told her that, and then that's what she told me. Like, I don't have a heart. I don't have love in my heart, and like, I don't have a big heart enough. And she kept telling me like, I'm heartless. That's all she kept telling me, and I was like, bro, what? Like, you're telling me I'm heartless because I don't want to accept his behavior, when easily it could be changed, and he knows that it could be changed, but he's basically telling you like, oh, it's just the way I am, and you're accepting that bullshit. No. Literally no. Also, when he talks, he always talks very angry. Like, he's always angry. He's always angry, and he's always have an aggressive tone. So he never talks to you like sweet and whatnot. So like, when he was telling my mom about yada yada, like, you know, we don't have a good relationship, blah blah blah, he was basically screaming at her, and I was trying to sleep because I usually work at 5 a.m. now. So I was trying to sleep, And I was woken up to the scream because he was complaining to my mom about that. So that was the first fight, right? And because of that fight, my mom decided to take me apartment hunting, which she didn't even told me. I literally went to the gym one day and she offered me to drop me off, which I don't know. At the moment, I didn't know why she had dropped me off, because I was like, I always drive myself to the gym. Like I was like, okay, whatever, like you can drop me off, it's fine. So at the moment, I didn't know that she was dropping me off because she wanted to take me apartment hunting afterwards. So after I was done with the gym, ooh, the light's good here. After I was done with the gym, right, she had taken me to an apartment, and I was confused because, like, when we got to the leasing agent, she was like, oh, for who's your apartment? And my mom pointed at me, and I was just like, what? I was like, oh yeah, it's for me. I was literally like surprised with the fact that because I didn't even know I was going to look for an apartment. So I was like, oh yeah, it's for me. So yeah, so they took me apartment hunting without even consulting me. And I was like, oh, like, so you wanted me to move out but didn't have a proper conversation with me. And she was basically saying, oh, like, we're just looking, like, I just don't think it's a good idea for you to live with your dad. Like, I don't want the situation to escalate. And I was like, what do you mean escalate? So when I say escalate, me and my little brother, they also like, me and my brother are little practically the same. So they also had a little problem with my little brother because, like, he's more rebellious and whatnot, and he suffers from, like, depression, and he's very lonely and whatnot. So, like, most of the time, like, he's having a hard time, like, trying to, like, do stuff. And if you have traditional parents or Asian parents or, like, any immigrant parents, like, you will know a lot of them don't believe in, like, mental health or any of, like, any mental health awareness or anything. They don't believe in that, right? So they don't understand what he's going through. So most of the time, you know, he was going through a lot of stuff, and he just didn't know how to, like, do the basic stuff, which, again, a lot of people don't understand, especially immigrant parents, traditional parents, like Asian parents, all of that. So yeah, so the situation escalated. Like, they got physical. My dad started hitting my little brother. My little brother started hitting him or something. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but, like, it got physical, I guess, like both way. And, like, cops were called and whatnot, and, like, he didn't eat for, like, 3 days or even more. So when I had asked her, like, what situation is gonna escalate, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't do nothing. Like, I literally mind my own business and do what I need to do. So that's what she meant when, like, escalate and whatnot. She didn't want my situation to, like, be like that with him. But I was like, there's no way that that situation is gonna get that way. Like, I'm not gonna hit my dad unless he put his hands on me. Then that's another thing, because I'm not gonna be sitting there and, like, just let him hit me. Like, that's not gonna happen, you know. Anyway, so yeah, so she had took me apartment hunting, which, again, we didn't talk about this at all. It was never had a conversation prior to this. She literally just dropped me off at the gym, and then when she picked me up, she was like, she just drove to the apartment, and then we were there. And I was confused. I was like, oh, like, we're going apartment hunting? Yeah. So anyways, yeah, so we looked at a few apartments and whatnot after that first fight. And then after that, I just kept doing my own thing. Like, I didn't even give too much thought about it. I just thought that because of that first fight, like, you know, he was heated and he just needed some time to cool down. Like, maybe he changed his mind and whatnot. So I wasn't looking at apartments. I wasn't like looking, like, thinking about them, like, in the present. Like, I just, like, looked at them and I was like, okay, like, maybe in the future when I, you know, a possible, you know, option, right? So after looking at the like few apartments and whatnot, we decided to keep, you know, my mom will keep working, and I still decided to stop talking to him because I was like, okay, like, there's no point for me to try to keep talking to him, because every time I say hi, he would just be like, or, like, every time we'll be at the dinner table, he would just be like, my bad, that's a squirrel in front of me. Oh, she jumped from tree to tree. I don't know if y'all can see her. Where is she now? Anyways, yeah, so it's been like a few weeks since since we looked at apartments, right? And so we have not talked. Like, we were in each other's space, but we would not talk. Like, it will be completely dry. Like, I would come home, I would not say hi, and he would not say hi. We would eat dinner, and it will be mad silent. Like, if I didn't say, I'm telling you, if I didn't say nothing, he will not say nothing at all. He will not try. He will not put no effort whatsoever. So yeah, so like I said, it's been a few weeks since we looked at the first apartments, and I thought I had my glasses on. Like, I'm so used to my glasses, and anyways, back to the story. Yes, so we already had looked at the apartments, and we were not talking. And literally when February hit, I was doing my own thing. Like I said, I work at 5 a.m. I usually work from 5 to 11. So I work 5 to 11. I came home. I went to the gym. I came back. And then I made myself a sandwich, and I was drinking my vitamins. And he literally said, like I said, he doesn't talk. Like, he doesn't talk. He just screams. And his tone is always angry. He's always angry. So he literally had an aggressive tone, and he was like, you were looking at apartments with your mom earlier, right? And I was like, yes. And then he literally just said, I want you to move out by the end of the month. And I literally was just eating my sandwich and drinking my vitamins, and I was like, okay. And I literally tried to explain to him, I literally afterwards, I was like, I had moved back home because I couldn't afford an apartment by myself, right? And this man literally said, I don't care. I had 3 jobs when I was your age. Figure it out. That's exactly what he said. And I literally was so shocked. Like, I didn't know what to say afterwards. And then he started saying something about, like, oh, you wanted to be independent when you wanted to move out after college, or you wanted to move out and you wanted to be on your own, like, you wanted to be independent and blah blah blah. Mind you, back at the beginning of the story, I told you, like, I had moved in an apartment by myself because I didn't have a good relationship with them. I already knew this. They're very emotionally unavailable parents and a lot of other stuff. But he also had cut me off my freshman year. So he himself is the one who made me independent, and I had to pay for my tuition, my apartment, my school supplies, my car, my groceries, literally all the utilities for my apartment. Like, I had to pay everything myself. Like, he's the one who made me independent. So, like, the fact that he was like, oh, like, you wanted to be independent, like, you wanted to move out when you graduated and whatnot. Like, he low-key was trying to say that to, like, make me feel bad. And I'm just like, dude, what are you talking about? Because, like, you're literally the one who made me independent. Like, I literally had asked him straight up. I was like, and why is that? And why is that? Because literally, you're trying to say that, like, it's a bad thing. Like you're trying to make me, like, guilt trip me. I'm like, dude, you're the one who made me independent. Like, why are you saying that? Anyways, and then after that, he kept saying how, like, I get ideas in my head or something like that, which I didn't have no clue what he was talking about. Legit zero clue of what he was talking about. I had asked him straight up. I was like, what are you talking about? What ideas? Like, what ideas? Like, because I legit had no clue on what he was talking about. And then after that, he was like, he said, oh, like, you don't want me in your life, like, you never wanted me in your life. And in my mind, I'm like, what is he talking about? Like, when did I have ever in my life said that? Like, when have you ever heard me say those words to you? Like, when that has ever come out from my mouth? Never. So, like, in my mind, I'm like, dude, like, who the fuck is getting ideas? So he said, you? Because when did I ever said that? I've never said that in my life. I never said that to you. I never said that to anybody. You acting like this is making me not want you in my life. Like, seriously. And also, just so y'all know, like, when I got my own apartment in college and I got a little bit of furniture, and like I got some fake plants, like fake vinyls and whatnot to, like, make it cute and whatnot. He literally came into my room with my mom, and he was talking about, like, oh, like, you must be so happy without me, and then you gotta worry about this old dude and blah blah. Like, trying to make me feel bad about the fact that I got this shit on my own. I'm like, dude, you're the one who cut me off. Why are you talking all this shit? Like, why are you talking all this shit and like trying to make me feel bad about something that I worked so hard with my own sweat and money, my hard work. I got all this shit by myself, and you want to go ahead and tell me, like, trying to guilt trip me about the fact that something you did in the first place. You're the one who cut me off, and I had to pay everything myself. Everything that I got today is because of myself. Like, so I was just like, dude, here we go again with like the fucking comments about like, oh, like you must be so happy without me. I'm like, dude, you don't even try. You don't even try to be in my life. And every time I try to talk to you, you're so dry and uninterested. What makes you think, like, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, so literally he was talking nonsense, talking about like how yeah, like, I don't like I don't want a future. I don't want him in my future. I don't want a future with him and whatnot. And I was just so confused because I was like, dude, when did I ever say that? When did I ever said that? So in my mind, I was just like, yeah, you're the one with the ideas in your head, not me. You must be talking about yourself. So after that, I was trying to talk to him, trying to tell him about, like, you know, my situation, that I cannot live, and he just kept screaming at me like, I don't care. And then he was like, shut up. And I'm like, dude, you're not even taking accountability, and you're just saying some shit and like not even letting me talk. And then after that, he was like, he said like, oh, he already had done his job. Like, he already did what he needed to do. That his job was supposed to get me through my education. Again, I'm not trying to fight with him because already he's mad and he's telling me to shut up and like, I don't care. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, so like, you stop being a dad? What the fuck? Like, now you just stop being a parent. So, and you didn't even get me through my education. You cut me off my freshman year of college, and I had to pay my tuition myself, and my apartment, and my car, and my groceries, and my bills. So like, I'm like, you didn't even finish the job, like the job you were supposed to do. Because to me, that's not only what a parent is. Like, help you through education. That is one of the many things. One of the many things that you need to do as a parent. And yeah, and then he was complaining about his situation, and I literally just told him straight up. I was like, dude, you need your situation. You need your situation. You decided to have kids. That is on you. Don't put that on me, because if I had the decision, I would have not made that decision. So don't bring it up to me and try to make me feel bad about the decision you made. I didn't choose to be here. I didn't choose to be here at all. If I could have the choice, I would not make that decision. Let me tell you, I would not make that decision at all. So yeah, so I told him straight up. I was like, you knew your situation. You knew what cars you had, and you made that decision on your own. So yeah, so he was telling me like how he already did his job, and like how you know, he did what he needed to do and whatnot, which I don't think that's the only thing you need to do as a parent. And he also has never been there for me, so like, it just kind of like, okay, whatever you say, man. So yeah, so my back is kind of cold, so I'm getting, yeah. So after that, after I told him that he knew his situation, and you know, he's the one who chose to have kids, like, that's not my fault. Again, he got more mad, and he kept telling me, I don't care. That's something that I'll have to live with and whatnot. That's what he said. And then he kept telling me, I don't care. And he kept telling me to shut up. And then literally, I didn't even get to talk. I didn't even get to tell him nothing. But after he kept screaming, I don't care, I literally got mad, and I told him, exactly, you don't care about nothing, and this is exactly why none of your kids talk to you. Literally telling me straight up. I was like, yeah, exactly, you don't care. That's exactly what I told him. I told him, exactly, you don't care about nothing, and that's exactly why none of your kids talk to you. Literally told him that straight up. And then he just got mad, and he like from me, and I was like, dude, you better not hit me right now, because if you hit me, there's gonna be a problem. There's going to be a problem, because you do not put your fucking hands on me. Like, you would not put your hands on me. Like, put your hands on me. So yeah, so he literally like got close up to me, and mind you, also like the whole time he was fighting with me, again he was on his iPad. He was literally sitting down on his iPad, and I'm the one who had to like come around because I was washing the dishes and like eating my sandwich. I'm the one who came around the island, the little island, and looked at him and like faced him. I'm like, dude, you're the one who doesn't know how to have a conversation. I'm gonna show you how to have a conversation. And also at the end, while he was doing this and that, he was telling me I was literally trying to have a conversation with you. And I told him, I was like, you're not trying to have a conversation with me. If you were trying to have a conversation like a normal person, you would have told me like, hey, can I talk to you about something, or can I talk to you about this? No, you didn't even say that. You didn't even address me properly. You were already screaming at me, having a hella aggressive tone at me. And damn, light is eating. I look hella orange though. Yeah, like you were already screaming at me. Your tone was hella aggressive, hella angry. That's not a conversation. You were not trying to talk to me. Like, where? Because you're already screaming at me. That's not you trying to talk to me. So I told him that. I was like, dude, you're not trying to talk to me. If you were gonna try to talk to me like a normal adult, you would have been like, hey, address me properly. You didn't even address me. You literally threw the question out in the air, and I was the only one in the room. So I was like, okay, like I guess he's talking to me. But he literally just threw the question in the room, and he didn't even address me properly. So he's just like, dude, okay. So yeah, so he literally like got front and then whatnot, and like he got on my face and kept telling me to shut up. And I was like, I literally just looked at him like, what are you gonna do? Because you are not gonna hit me. You are not gonna hit me. Anyway, so I finished washing the dishes, and then he kept mumbling and whatnot. And I was like, okay, what else do you want? And he was like, no, nothing. I don't want anything else. I want you to move out. I want you to move out as soon as possible. And if it were for me, I will kick you out right now. Like, I want you to move out right now, basically. So yeah, the whole thing basically started with having the first fight, which it wasn't technically a fight between me and him, like face to face or nothing, because again, he didn't even have the balls to come to me and tell me he had an issue. He literally went to my mom and complained to my mom about me instead of coming to me, and then my mom had to tell me and whatnot. So yeah, so then he kicked me out, and then so I've been looking at apartments for like 2 weeks now. I applied to 2 of them and I got denied, because literally all of them are asking you to make 3 times the rent, which I clearly don't make. I went to see 2 more apartments today. I have literally the paperwork right here. I'm gonna see some more this whole week, because I have 1 more week to figure out where I'm gonna stay, because I don't have a place to stay technically, because he kicked me out. So yeah, that's literally the whole story on how it happened. He literally we had a small fight, which technically, like I said, it wasn't really a fight, because he didn't come to me as a man. He literally just went to my mom, and then my mom had to tell me and whatnot. So, and a lot of people, I posted a video on TikTok, and a lot of people were asking me about my mom and like how she feels about it and whatnot. She doesn't agree with him. Okay, so according to him, because I had asked my mom, I didn't ask him, because again, I'm not talking to him. My mom said that he thinks that you're supposed to push your kids out, so like they can learn about life and whatnot. Like, you're not supposed to be by their side like all the time and whatnot. But again, like I said, he has never been by my side, so like that doesn't even make sense what he's talking about. Like, he has never been by my side at all. Yeah, so, but my mom believes the opposite. She thinks like you're still their kids, and like sometimes like life is hard, you don't have it figured out as young as 20 years old, and sometimes you need a little bit of help, and that is completely okay. So that's what my mom believes in, but my dad doesn't believe in that. So that's also why y'all need to talk about your partner or your significant other prior to getting married. Talk about how you want to raise your children, because clearly my dad wants to raise his children in another way, and my mom wants to raise them in another way. But yeah, so my mom thinks like, oh no, like she's supposed to be there for the kids until like, until they can be able to handle it on their own, and that also will help in like them being able to take care of her whenever she's unable to take care of herself later on in life. So that's what she told me. She said, like, okay, like right now you don't got it, but I know later on you will have it, and you will you won't need me no more, and and you will help me out. So that's what my mom believes in, but my dad doesn't believe in that. So they've been arguing about it. They already had a couple of fights about it, but at the same time, like, my mom is defending him. She keeps telling me how, like, she keeps coming to my room and telling me, like, oh, like, don't hate him, like, he's still your dad and whatnot. And he's just like, he just doesn't know how to tell, like, he's just so angry, like, he's lonely and whatnot. And then I'm just like, okay, like, he's lonely because he got himself there. Like, he keeps treating people like shit. Not even like us, like, he treats you like shit. He treats all of us like shit. He treats everybody like shit. So no wonder he's lonely. No wonder he don't got nobody in his corner. Because guess what? He got himself in that position. He got himself in that position. What else can you say? So I'm just frustrated at the fact that my mom keeps defending him and whatnot, and keeps like trying to defend him, so like, oh, like, don't hate him, like, he's still your dad, and like, he still loves you. But like bullshit. All of this is bullshit. Like, if he did feel all of this, he would have come to me as a man and told me all of this straight up, and he would have shown me, because actions mean louder than words. So I had also been going through a lot of emotions, because at the same time, like, of course, my situation is very stressful. Like, I'm having to like rush looking through places and whatnot. So I literally been going to work. I stopped doing my routine. I stopped going to the gym. I stopped eating. I eat like every 2 days or something, because again, he's at home, so like I don't want to face him. But yeah, so I eat like once every 2 or 3 days. I don't know. And then I'm at work, and then when I'm not at work, I'm looking at apartments or applying to jobs and whatnot. So literally this whole month I've been looking at apartments, so we'll see. But what else was I gonna say? Hopefully everything works out. But as far as for me, like, emotionally, like, I've been a roller coaster. I'm low-key grieving them in a sense, because like, they're not who I thought they were, and like, they were my parents, and like, I hold them to such a high account, and like, they're nothing like that. Like, they're still very emotionally available. They still don't know how to be parents. Like, they don't know how to be people, like, actually have like empathy and like compassion towards another, and towards other people. Like, they just don't know how to be people. So I've been like low-key grieving them, and then on top of grieving them, I've been looking at apartments and trying to find something cheap, because I know for a fact that I don't make enough money for me to afford a place on my own. So that's also another thing that I've been like really upset about and stressing. I know for a fact that I don't make enough money for me to afford to live on my own, and then like the whole process of like looking at apartments is also stressful. And like, I applied to 2 apartments. I got declined to both of them. That's also been a little stressful and like very taking a toll on me, because I already been feeling the whole, like, I've been feeling like kind of, in all honesty, I've been feeling kind of worthless, because I haven't gotten a job since I graduated. And I've been feeling like worthless, because I'm not where I want to be. Like, I'm not at a corporate job, or like a better job, and getting paid more, and having a house or something, or like whatnot. So I've been feeling really down about that and whatnot. So yeah, so I've been feeling down about that. And then just also like the whole like content creation, I'm also not where I want to be. So I've also been feeling bad about that, because I'm like, damn, like, that is something that I'm very passionate about, and I would love to be further, but unfortunately the circumstances, like, I'm not further. So it's just that, like, a lot of emotions about like me grieving my parents, and me being kicked out, and me looking through apartments and me knowing I don't make enough money, and also looking for jobs and being stressful at looking jobs because I'm constantly having interviews and being declined or being ghosted. There's some squirrels fighting. So yeah, and then not being where I want to be, and like being in your 20s and just trying to figure everything out, and like people are telling you like, oh my god, you're still young, and then other people are telling you like, oh my god, like, you know. So it's just being a roller coaster. But yeah, I wanted to give y'all a little update, and I wanted to just record this because I've literally always wanted to be a YouTuber since I was like 10 years old, and I always wanted to like record my journey and whatnot. I love talking to a camera. I talk a lot. I like to rant a lot. So I just wanted to give a little update and like record my journey, and hopefully I get to look back at this and like just like see like, you know, what I had to overcome and like what I had to like work through in order for me to get where I want to be or where I am in the future. So hopefully in the future when I look at this, I'm gonna be like, damn, like I was crying, I was like not sleeping, not eating. Actually, I was sleeping. I slept the whole day yesterday because I was literally so sad and whatnot. So I literally yesterday on Friday I had slept around like 11:30, and I slept all the way to Saturday to 6 p.m. Like I was so sad and just trying to avoid things because an apartment just had called me and had declined me. So I was so sad, and I slept through the whole day because I was just so overwhelmed with everything. Yeah, and life was kicking me in the ass. But today's Sunday. I got up at 5 a.m. I worked, and then once I got off, I went to eat at Wingstop, and then I went to apartments, and I just been going apartment hunting the whole time. And now is I think it's about to be 6. What time is it? Yeah, it's 5:30. It's 5:30, so I'm gonna park here. I just came here to get a little bit of fresh air and just talk to the camera. And the squirrels are fighting. I don't know why they're fighting, but I think they better not be on top of me. Yeah, so that's literally the whole situation on how I got kicked out, and hopefully I'm able to find something soon because I literally only have like a week left. Yeah, so I'm not gonna edit this. I'm literally just recording the whole thing because I want it to be like raw and like tell you all the story on how I got kicked out and whatnot. But yeah, that's exactly how it happened. And now I'm just looking at places and hopefully I find something. And I also been applying to hella jobs. I literally applied to like 15 jobs yesterday when I woke up from at 6 p.m. I woke up and I applied to a bunch of jobs, and I started looking at apartments and whatnot. So I work tomorrow at 5 again, 5 to 1:30, and I'm gonna look at some apartments once I get off. I'm sorry, but I think right now I'm gonna go home and shower and apply to some jobs and like go over the information that I went through for this new apartment just to see. I'm also doing a budget and everything to see how everything is and if I can afford it. So we'll see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go home now, and yeah, if you watch this, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. There's another squirrel over there. I don't know if you can see it. Y'all see it? She's eating. Let me not disturb her peace. Anyways, yeah, if you watch this video, thank you for watching. Hopefully next video I post is gonna be me and getting my keys to an apartment or something. I might give y'all this whole week I'm going to apartment, so I might just give y'all a little like apartment tour vlog so y'all can see the process and everything in case y'all are also looking for apartments. Also, if I can't find an apartment, my second option was to rent a room out of somebody's house, which not the best idea because I record my content, so I will have to talk to them about. And then their main concern is just like living with complete strangers, people who I do not know nothing about. So that might be like something that I might have to do, but not looking forward to, because again, like I said, like I might be living with completely total strangers, and like I don't know who they are. I don't know what kind of person they are, whether they're clean, whether, you know, what if they're psychos, what if like they're psychopaths, and I don't know, you know. So it's just that that's kind of also mainly what I'm worried about. Hopefully, if that comes to that, I might have to do that and just you know, talk to them, meet with them in person, and see how they are. Of course, I will want to see the rooms in person, so I will have to like schedule an appointment to see the place, but also like just to talk to them and get a vibe on how they are and whatnot. But that's the second option. Third option, my boyfriend offered for me to stay at his place, but I don't know about that, because he stays with his mom and his brother, and I don't want to invade their home, because that's their space, their home, their, you know, their house. So I don't want to be intervening with their house. And especially my work right now, where I work at, is like 40 minutes away from his place, and I work at 5 a.m. so that means like I will have to wake like at 3 a.m. in order for me to like get ready and like leave at 4 a.m. and whatnot, unless like I can change my shift and like talk to my manager last minute. That might be possible, but I'm trying not to think about that. I'm just trying to think about like not stress about anything, just control what I can control. If I can't control it, I do not need to be stressing about it. But that's another option. A third option, this one kind of goes with the second option. It's like student housing. But then again, I don't know if I want to do a student housing, because I already was a student, and I know how stressful that is, like being a student, and like especially if you're working and being a full-time student, like that is stressful. Because I was being a content creator full-time, and like being a student full-time and working full-time in order for me to pay for my bills and my school and everything. So I know how stressful that can be. And you know, students that could be like 18-year-olds, and I don't want to be living with 18-year-olds, like they're really young, and they might be like, you know, living like that college experience, like, you know, their life might be a little different and whatnot. So, but their rents are cheaper, like student housing is cheaper, so that is an option. But then again, I would prefer not come to that, because again, I don't want to be living with students. And then I guess the third option, my brother just bought a house in another city. He just bought a house in another city. He offered me for me to stay with him for a while, but that city is hella far, really, really far. So me starting a whole new life in a whole new city, I'm not 100% sure about it. Like I don't know, like it's just a 50-50. And then again, like that's something that he worked really hard for. Like he's the one who, you know, got a job and like worked really hard for him to buy himself a house. Like that is a big achievement. So it's really like congrats to him and everything. So I don't wanna like take that from him. Like that is his success, his achievement and everything. So I will feel kind of bad if like I live there. I don't know. Plus also like my little brother wanted to move in with him, because they're living together now, and he doesn't want my little brother to move in with him. So like I will also kind of feel bad if he offers the place to me, but he doesn't want my little brother to move in. So that's kind of also like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the situation right now. I literally been crying like so much this whole month, and trying to stay optimistic and trying to stay you know, positive and whatnot. But literally it's been stressful. It's been hella stressful, not gonna lie. So but yeah, my bad, I made this hella long, but thank you for staying tuned and watching this whole video. If you stay all this way, make sure you like and subscribe. And like I said, hopefully next video I'm getting my keys to my apartment and we're starting a new chapter, new beginnings, new everything, and just like moving forward. But again, thank you so much for everybody who's watching this video. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching.